for a strong kick to get this one underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. A little release to the back.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. On the run, it's Smothers. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. He's taking the shot. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup because this environment is hostile.
And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. A long way to go for this offense. The give is to Williams. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Carr throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Smothers. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Slithers into space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their 1st sack of the game here in the 1st half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It is changed.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Quarterback making adjustments. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Got enough for the 1st. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. The give is to Williams. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Throwing, Carr. And they can't make the connection. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Carr. Makes the grab. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down.
Not the start the offense wanted. They punted on the opening drive, and now they're in a 4th down situation in their own end of the field. And what are you going to do if you're the coach now? I know you want to be aggressive and you want to stay on the field. You want to try to kickstart this offense, but this is a very dangerous place early in the game to gamble. I can't wait to see what his decision is.
Great place to start for this offense. Red pass, it's complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Texas, who holds the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Making side adjustments here. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Second and forever after the delay. Did they lose their play sheets? I mean, call a play already. Manning got the back over the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
He fires one deep over the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And it'll be down right there. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Gets open down the middle. Snowed under by the defense.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's Carr to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And listen, 3rd down and long is such a hard spot to be in. That's where defenses want offenses, right? Like, they got...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. There's a little room there. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And I tell you what, Palmer, you see this more often now. You're more willing to roll the dice on your own side of the field. Would you do this? You feel comfortable doing that?
No, I'm more old school, David. I don't got the stones to dial that up on 4th down deep in my own end like that. That's a punt for me, but hey, the gamble pays off. Good for them. Maybe they can buy themselves some more real estate now as they're trying to drive down the field and score.
Trying to move them on the counter. There he goes! Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. The give is to Williams. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff to the single back. Hard running there. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll test the right side. Fights off a defender. Finding some room. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Oh, they're after him. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. There's the pressure. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
That is exactly what the defense was hoping for. Down close to the end zone, they bring the all-out blitz. They've got numbers, they've got people shooting gaps, and they didn't give the offense a second to even think. They were swarmed and surrounded, getting that safety.
So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. Fumble into the end zone. Defense right there to jump on it, and they'll bring it out. 20 after the touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the wideout. The give is to Williams. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Carr. Working that left side now. They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Firing to the right, complete. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. To the air, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Finally, they get him out of bounds, and what a big pickup there as they get the first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those quarterbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. It's complete on the right side. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where their quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people. And the defense right now, they have no idea who's getting it next.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air again, Carr. They're working that left side. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Throwing, Carr. Moving out of the pocket. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
It's really hard on a defense to drop back and know it's pass. And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just, bam, shoot through a hole, chew up yards so fast, outrun fast guys. It's just really hard to stop in today's football.
They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Right down the boulevard. That slices the lead to 2. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? The give to the lone running back. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. Moving away from pressure. Slings it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Escapes the pressure going right. Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And that was a play call the coordinator had in his back pocket. He was hoping his defense would get the stop on fourth down. They did. There was no question. He was telling his quarterback, if we take the field, we're taking a shot. You know who you're throwing it to. What a great job of having a shot play ready to go, and it pays off.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here come the Irish, back on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring. Breaks into the open.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Got his man. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots, shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
Oh, and he knocks him out of the way, and he's running free. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Fires to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
He wants to throw it again. Got a big paw up there and knocks it down incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. He gets it all the way down to the 13-yard line, still short of first down yardage. And now on fourth down, do they kick the chip shot field goal or go for it? And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll pull them back to within 6.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Here's Manning to throw. Flips it out in the flat. Shakes off the defender. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
The run inside. It's Smothers. Stumbled to the ground.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
You know, you don't see a lot of hitch throws against third down, but if you're going to give the receiver access like that, the quarterback's going to take it. That was just way too easy.
Throwing Manning. It's complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field, but when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play call.
The Longhorns are flying down the field. Running inside, it's Smothers. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
And the Longhorns will come to the line to convert on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Smothers. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Line getting set on second down. Arch is going to throw for it. Under fire. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Looking for a crease. It's Smothers. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. To throw, Manning. Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack forced the 2-point try. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They've built a cushion, they've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. This time it's complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets turning it on. At the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Motion from the back. They're in the gun, 3rd down, here's Carr. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Looking to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
C.J. Carr firing again. Unloads to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. The run inside. It's Smothers. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. The field goal is no good. Guys, and the field goal wasn't good, but hey, 19, it's a pretty good lead.
Oh, just didn't have enough leg. It looked like he had the accuracy. It looked like it was going right between the uprights, just not enough power on the kick.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. Carr. Got his man on the right. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Carr. shows the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. On target over the middle. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Looking for the 2-point try. They'll try to power it in. He's back in the end zone for the 2-point conversion and followed the touchdown as he single-handedly is trying to keep them in it. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Texas offense. So the defense can't stop the clock 3 times here, so they can't just kneel on it. Need to pick up a 1st down and protect this lead. Floats it out in space. Runs through the tackle. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. The give and tick, 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 tick. It's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
They punt it away on 4th down. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Throwing, Carr. Safe completion on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
Well, when it comes to screen passes, you're just trying to mix them in different situations, and I like it here. First play of the drive on offense, and you're dropping back to pass. You're letting the pass rush get upfield, seeing if you can just get one into the hands of your back, get some blockers downfield. You don't obviously pick up an explosive play, but you get some good yards on that, and you give the opposing defense now something else to think about. You've got these screens in your back pocket, and you're going to use them.
Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good.
Throws it deep. Intercepted to stop the threat.
Such a hard position to be successful in when you know you need 2 scores and it's under 2 minutes. The defense, look at them. Great job playing pass, understanding the situation, breaking on the football, and ending this football game.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Trying to take it back. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Young. There he goes! He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. To the ground, he's got it again. Plows through the defense. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they